How about just start off? I feel like I should get you beer, and then you'll be just talking normally.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. We should be at the time was.
Oh, I did try to get a few. I did get a few, but I think it'd be good to have backup as like.
Okay, anyway, so first one is what is the MMK? Right? The official name is 국제 문무관 연맹.
Yeah, this is, like I mentioned over the last several weeks, I've had the privilege of spending some quality time with Master O and his team when I've gone up, and they've graciously come down to support and share some of their knowledge. And this is Master O and his team. Thank you guys again for coming.
Yes, and he's the Instructor John, Instructor Gabriel, Instructor Aaron, Master Frangelo, Master Garafano, and then taking a picture today, Instructor Emily. We're from Boston to see you guys, okay? Don't worry, we are all same teams. You know, spotting is not hitting each other. We're not coming here to be, like spotting. We're trying to be, be friends, practice together, okay?
Yes, sir. Used to be have several different Kwan, which is clan of Taekwondo. Before World Taekwondo Federation forming. Each style of Taekwondo has different type of forms or different type of philosophy. A little bit was there, and then MMK was one of them. And the MMK didn't get included in that Korea Taekwondo associations. So MMK deciding to develop their own technique.
Now, what is this?
The MMK engineering structure is bring it down very, very basics and put the people's martial arts movement as a numeric code and formula.
When we punch this, think about it. You have no point of front hands, only rear hands. But as soon as we drop this one, from now we have front hand ideas. So then, front to rear, rear to rear, rear to front, front to front. So we have 4 different possibility of the hand technique utilized. Understand?
Yes, sir.
So we practice 4, 3.
We have 0 to 9. This is from passed away that founder, Grandmaster Park, Youngsu Park. He explained one time when we demonstrate to the military. If we have 0 to 9 numbers, we can represent all different numbers, 1028 or 2500. It doesn't matter because we have 0 to 9 clear agreement each other's. So, like, for example, very signature 품새 is 음향수 in MMK. The structure engineer is upper body movement divided by half straight movements, full straight movements, half circle movement, full circle movements. Other than that, our arms not different way to move. So they bring it down to all the base as 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 4 numeric code, and then we from there to coordinate it, which is 1 through 1, 1 through 2, 1 through 3, 1 through 4. And that combination comes out 음향수 1장, which is first edition is 1 1 2 2 2 2 1 1 3 3 4 4 4 4 3 3 like that way. And then we start to get coordination down.
The part with the philosophy of you're not saying this martial art is better than that martial art, how does the MMK fall into that?
The good point of the MMK, or why I bought into the MMK, was everybody said their martial art is strong, and then they talk about their strength. So then what is really the most strong system of the martial art? Taekwondo, kickboxing, karate, MMA. That's all each different field, different kinds of the martial art. We cannot mix that way. Same as, okay, basketball, volleyball, or soccer. What's the best sport? We cannot define that way. But MMK is, if I practice MMK, my taekwondo will get improved. If I apply my MMK philosophy practice, will my kung fu improve, or my kickboxing improve. So MMK is not specify on some of the technique to be changed, but they talk about the essential, the basic movements, and then try to get coordinated.
So MMK is a strategy that can be used to break down and simplify any kind of martial art. You could use it to code each different art's own essential movements.
And then if I more straight your joints, then that's a front stance. From here to this way it transfers.
This is from my experience. I was competing at Wushu. After I MMK practice, my Wushu got improved. And then my Taekwondo got improved. So MMK is more about how you look at martial arts, that perspective, how you're approaching it, how you're dividing it, how you sit, how you analyze, and then how you structure it. MMK is approaching is just so much different than any other thing. It's not supposed to be better or less, just a very different perspective to approaching it.
Wait, so sir, just because I just want to clarify, because you mentioned Great Grandmaster Park, I want to get it straight in my head, like the timeline and everything. It was, from what I learned before, it was in the 1950s that the Kwan itself was like formed, developed, and then later it was in the 70s that Great Grandmaster Park developed the numerical code system, because he was technical director, so he oversaw like the teaching, training, and then since you learned under him, you also taught. Is that correct?
Right. He originally created this type of ideas and tried to teach spread out these things, this technique to the all different field, which start from the special force and air force base.
Sir, can you tell me more about the special forces?
Special force in Korea is like a green beret or delta force. We call black beret in Korea. Korea Special Force has 707 Team Special Task. That's the kind of here Delta Force or Navy SEAL. We taught them.
So you were part of teaching
I
them?
taught them, yeah.
Wow.
This is after my military service at regular army that canon things. Because I worked at professional taekwondo federations, I went teach special force and then 707 and West Point.
Mm.
So now how, you guys lucky?
So then, sir, you've been running one school for a while, teaching us like regular WT style and stuff like that. But then I also see like some of our requirements, especially like the bottom ones that have MMK and Z sort of behind them. Is this would you say is going into like your goal?
It's not my goal. This is my mission to be in US. Because originally I came here to spread out the MMK. Back then was the Pro Taekwondo. I was working at the Pro Taekwondo Federation. I came here to be spread out this one. That was original purpose. But the problem was MMK is not meant for the beginners or regular recreational martial persons. So we couldn't get popularity of this art.
I just worried about him.
In modern times, time goes. At this moment, these days, people have very much opening for those MMK concept of striking. So it is time to be brought out.
So then, thinking about like all this history, and then going forward to the day, and like thinking about our trip to Virginia, can you talk a bit about Master Eric?
Some of the masters, they came together with MMK.
Check out the hit. He has a little
I do have a lot of my alliance masters in Korea and in here.
first breathing comes. At the time, don't open too much, this much.
But since we organized International Mumbugan Federation, Master Eric is first time official international MMK 문무관 Taekwondo Federation in US. I mean, before a lot of other school they did, but Master Eric is first time the school owner and American master. He trying to carry the MMK. So what I'm saying is, he's taking this knowledge and techniques. He spread out Virginia as his regional directors.
Two separate movements, it's two separate movements. So compress the time between creates the combination. You already were on that, so great job, sir. So part of that is understanding the concept and the movements, but then start compressing that time in between and relax the movement.
Because I cannot do this by myself because I'm only in here, one person's. I need 10 person, 100 persons, each regional director, they teach this, then there will be, that's how should be we can spread out.
Okay? Yes, sir. All right, keep on it. Let's go. Keep going. Good job.
Between the front and
Yes, sir.
1, 2, left kick, bang, cheek block. He didn't move and backing up.
Y'all really tried. Took y'all out. Thank you, sir.
Honestly, my stuff is really Kate.
Yes.
Dominic.
Why?
I feel like it when it was supposed to be. And the cock. Dominic,
What?
are you excited?
So excited.
Sir. Shake each other. Back please.